What's up guys, welcome back to the next video learning Java. My name is Dani and you guys watching my channel Coriowood. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about the do while loop. So in order to save time, I have created a class do while, and my file name, if you look in here, my file name and class name is the same. You guys go ahead and press new and you can create your Java class here. You can create this one and you can put your special method. Alright, so now in this video, just as I said, in this video we're going to talk about do while loop. As I said in the previous video when we were doing while loop, that if the condition for the while loop, say for example, now if you copy this one and we're going to put in do while loop, say for example if we have a int x is for example 30, and if our while loop is 20 and we want to increment this one to 20, if the condition is false, then our while loop is not going to run, because this condition now becomes false. The while loop, the only time while loop runs when the condition is true, and you can see here there is nothing here. If you guys making something that you want to, even if the condition goes true or false, and if you want to run, then you guys gonna have make another one. There is a do while loop in Java. So the do while loop helps you guys, even if this condition becomes false, you can still continue. Alright, so to do that we can copy this one and we can delete the rest. You don't need that. And this is the do while loop. That's a skeleton for the do while loop. You guys need to put your do, and when you put your while, you guys need to put your semicolon here, and you guys need to put here that system out print line whatever. So now if you run, you're going to see this number. So if I press enter, you're going to see this one though 30. Why are you going to see 30? Because it's going to run at least once. When the computer is going to run this and it's going to bump up to this one, it's going to see 20. The condition is false, not going to run this part, and you're going to see this part. So it's going to bypass the while loop. So when you're going to see here is 30. As you guys going to see here clearly, as the case before, it wasn't running, and the do while loop runs at least once. So the do while loop is used in many conditions. For example, you can look at for your numbers between the ranges. Say for example if you have a numbers between 1 and 5, or you can use it in a menus. For example, if you want to ask the user, do you want to play or do you want to not play, and because here you guys going to put a yes for Y or no for quit, you guys can put it in while loop. Alright, so in order for us to use the do while loop, we're going to come here and say we're going to take something from the user. Now we're going to say here we're going to put a scanner. We're going to put a user input, whatever number the users put in, and if you put alt enter, the Java has put this library of the scanner. So we put a new scanner, and you can put a system dot in. So once the system is dot in here, then we can put this one int, for example number. Here you can put a number. It's not a guessing game as before. It's now we're gonna remove this one as well. Okay, so now we're gonna put a, for example just a number. We put a system dot out dot print. We put an enter number from 1 to 5, for example. So now we need to put our whatever the user is going to put it. We're going to put a variable, and we're going to put a say number, and we're going to put a user input dot, and we're going to put a next int. Okay, so now how do we going to check the condition? For example, now that we put our scanner and we put a system in, we have declared a variable here. We have a variable and we're asking the user, and when the user is going to put it, we store it here. So how do we check it? Alright, so we put this one a little bit up, here now the while we check the condition, because we want the number from 1 to 5. So when we asking the user, and the user is going to put whatever user is going to put in next int, we're going to store it here. So now you guys need to check this, the validation for the number. We put a number is for example, if it's less than 1, because that's our condition. Our condition is if the number is less than 1, or if the number is say for example greater than 5, we are not going to accept. Number is greater than 5, then that's it, we are not going to accept. We only accept here, very simple program here, we only accept the number if the number is between this range from 1 to 5. So if number is less than, for example, 1, or greater than 5, if the user is going to put a 7, our user put a 10, whatever, we are not going to accept. Here we're going to put a system dot out dot print, and we put a your number is, and we put a destination, and we put a number, so whatever the user's number, and we copy this one, say for example, and we're gonna put a end of program, end of program. Okay, so now if you put it here, now we're gonna check. Now the while loop's gonna check the condition, and as if it's okay, then we're gonna display the number. Otherwise, it's not gonna display the number. So say for example, if the while loop, as I said, the while loop has to be correct, because if you put a number not in this range, because if the while loop is, if you put say -1 is less than 1 and greater than 5, then anything outside this one is not, we are not going to accept. We only going to show this bit if this condition is correct. Okay, so now we're going to run, and we're going to see, say for example, the user is going to put a number, for example we put a 9, because this condition is not true. Therefore for our program to terminate, this condition has to be false. Then the program's gonna, the while loop's gonna kick us out. Otherwise the while loop's gonna keep on running. Say for example enter the number from 1 to 5. Alright, so now we're gonna put for example 12. Now we put a 20, and if you're looking here, now we put a 40, and now we put a 20, and now we put a 100. Now we put a -1. So now you're looking here, we are, the while loop's gonna keep us in the loop, because these conditions keep getting false. So for this condition to get true, you guys need to, if you guys want to see this bit, you guys need to put this condition true. So now if you try again, say for example if you put 1, our program's finished. Your number is 1, end of program. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put all ln, print ln. So it's for us, for ln, and then this guy's gonna be ln as well. So now if you run, so now we're going to try again. Say for example we put a 30, no, we put a 50, no, and we put a 4, and that's it. Your number is 4, end of program, because this condition now becomes true, because our number has to be between this range. If our number is not between this range, then you are keeping the loop. If the number comes in between 1 and 5, you're gonna get out. Otherwise you're not gonna get out. Alright, so now we're gonna see how about if we say for example, now pretend, now we're gonna see this one as a game. For example, if the user enter a game, we're gonna put an if here, and if here we're going to put all, if our numbers between this and this, then we're going to display this one, for example. So we're going to put an end of program, and here, and how about we do while loop now, for example. So we have now we're going to put inside if whatever the number. So just before we kept the user busy with this one, now we can put for example, if you want to have another go, for example, if you want to play again and again and again and again. Okay, so we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna put it here. Say we can remove this bit, and we're gonna ask the user, do you want to play again? So we are gonna ask the user yes or no. And now you guys need to create some sort of mechanism for us to take the user input. For example, now here number, you need to put some sort of user reply. Say for example, user, what the user says. Okay, so we put a user input dot next. We just want to put a next. We don't want this guy here next, and we put a char at, and we put a 0. And you need to declare your this. If you look in here, this reply, you need, if you put it here, char reply, you need to put a reply here, because in Java you have to declare everything, whatever you guys put it here, put it here. Okay, so now we're gonna put a while. So because we have a character, and as I said in data types, character only takes very small number, so we put a character, for example, we're going to put a yes or no. So for example, while, if while reply is for example, for while this guy here, reply is equal to, for example, yes, the big capital letter, or we took 5, and we put a reply to this guy here, the lower one. So whichever the user is going to put it here. So now what happens that when the users, unless the user is not going to put this one, we are not going to quit. So when we detect character here, y upper or y lower, then we're going to quit. Otherwise we are not going to quit. We are going to because this condition is not true yet. So we're going to run, and we're going to see. So enter the number. For example, we put a number 1. Do you want to play again? So keep in mind here, when we put a yes, and we're going to keep on going. Say for example, now this condition is true now. So do you want to put enter a number from 1 to 5? We put a 6, for example. It says your number is 6. So even though our number is 6, you enter number 6 is out of the loop. We ending the program. We are now we're going to ask the user again, do you want to play again? Say we want to play yes. We're still in the game. So now if you're looking here, we're still in the game. Why we're still in the game? Because of the while here. So even though this condition, sometime here we put a if the number is between this and this, doesn't show this one, for example. Sorry, if the number is between 1 and 5, just like before, we are doing this. For example, this condition has become true, and now we have another condition here. So we have reply, and we are whatever the users, we're going to put a char takes a very small bit, y and y. So unless the user is going to put a y, then if the char is y, it means this condition is true. And while this condition is true, we're going to keep the user in the loop. So now we're going to put an enter number. Say for example, we put a 3, and we put a do you want to play again? Yes, I want to play again. I want to put a yes, lowercase, and say for example now we put a 90. Do you want to play again? Yes, we want to play again. Say I want to put a number 3. So do you want to play again? Keep on, the things keep on going because the computer now terminated this one. Alright, so now we're gonna run again. For example, now I want to press, for example, I want to press something, I want to press 5. Do you want to play again? If I press N, I'm gonna get out of the loop. So you're looking here, why I'm getting it out of the loop, because this condition becomes false. So now you guys know that why we do while loop. So the reason we do while loop is because we're gonna run this program, and if so when this program, if it becomes a true, it's gonna keep on running, but as soon as it becomes false, it's gonna kick us out of the loop. So if for example now we're gonna run again, say for example we're gonna put a 6. We got your number is 6. It's not within the range. Our range is here. That's not within this one. So we want to end the program because your number is out of the thing. So when we put a yes, we're still in the game. So for example, now we put as for example now we put a 4. Do you want to play again? Because now we get still in the loop. So now if I want to put a yes, I'm still in the loop. So if I want to put a 3. Do you want to play again? Because now my condition is true. Do you want to play again? So if I put an N, I'm gonna be out of the loop. So that's how you guys are gonna make a game in Java. So in Java, this is a very simple game in Java. You can do that. So here, as long as the condition is true, you guys stay in the game loop. But when you put this condition false, if you put an N, which is not connecting this one, detecting this one, it means you're asking the user either put a yes or no. So when the user put an N, we are out of the loop because the condition becomes false. So that's how the while, that's how while loop while loop works in Java. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe Coriowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.